Peace Sensei's the name, and Brawl Stars is the game, and we're back here with another rank 30, and that is going to be Rosa from Showdown. You already know the drill by now. We're just going to hop into some replays, and I'm going to commentate over, give you tips. But before we do that, let's just go over some quick important things about Rosa, and we'll hop right in. Rosa is tank, pretty much all you need to know. Also, her super is pretty strong as well. Rosa's gadget allows you to embrace your love for bush camping by creating even more bushes. Who wouldn't love that? Alright, the star power you should be using is the first one, which heals Rosa for 200 health a second in a bush. The second star power has almost never been used in Brawl Stars, and I don't see why you should start now. Alright, in the map I push is Skull Creek, the best tank map in the game. Let's just hop into replays. Alright, hopping into replays now, excuse the absolutely low competition. This was a long grind from 750 to 1k, and I also did this kind of late at night. Kind of wanted to get it done, so competition's not going to be the best. However, at the end we do get some sweats in our games, and yeah, so it's not that bad. Anyway, first thing I do, as I always do, go straight for the boxes. With Rosa's splash damage, you can take advantage of that and get those boxes in mid, and yeah, hopefully you can get a lot of power cubes. Depends on how many people go mid, but yeah, you know, very helpful. We are 3 cubes off the bat, and now we do our favorite thing as tanks. We literally stand around, do nothing, and wait for the poison to come in until we can swoop in. Until then, we're literally just playing dodgeball with the other guys' projectiles. Yep, just moving around, just because standing still would, you know, be completely boring. But looks like this Spike is here to give us some entertainment by annoying us by shooting shots around us, getting annoying little chip shots with curveball, and yeah, we're just doing the, you know, going around. I drop a sad face because this literally is pointless. Alright, literally pointless. You already have your super, okay? There's no reason for you to still be attacking me unless you're planning to do something with it. And there you go, and you get nothing done with that. Yeah, again, I apologize. Not the highest level gameplay here. But yeah, Spike is, you know, I really don't know what Spike was trying to accomplish. You know, after the past 30 seconds didn't really amount to much. I guess the Spike thought maybe he just did something wrong in the game plan. You know, I guess the Spike thought if he kept going at it, eventually the plan would work. Looks like the Spike starts to take a more aggressive approach, finally using that bush not only to hide my position but to also get that healing. And yeah, really taking advantage of the healing mushroom there to completely out-heal the Spike super. That is definitely a feels bad moment when your super gets out-healed. We find another mushroom. Oh my goodness, bruh. Taking advantage of that mushroom, we thank you. And now the Spike is going to meet his untimely demise. And very commendable. Until the end, he still tried to suicide to get me down. Very commendable for you, Spike. And now we're going after this Jack, who's acting a bit too wild. And now it's showdown between us and the Shelly. And don't worry, this Shelly is 800. So this is definitely a pro Shelly here. Definitely pro Shelly. Let's hop into the next replay. Alright, and before you say, Peace Sensei, this is super easy, no skill. Well, to that I would say you're absolutely right. This is Rosa, after all. We're not exactly, you know, dynamite triple jumping over the place. So yeah, this is an easy push, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't know why people think that, you know, they're somehow ratioing me or something when they say, oh, rank 30s are so easy, but yeah, that's the point. Yeah, that's the whole point, to make rank 30 pushing as easy as I can. That's literally the whole point. Why would I make things harder for you? Why would anyone try to make things harder for you? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I never understood where people are like, your rank 30s are so easy, bro. That's the point. Okay, when people push rank 30s in 3v3, they run the best comp. You know, if I'm trying to push Cole, I don't run Gem Grab with Mortis Dyna. No, I'm gonna run, you know, Gene, you know, Spike or something. Actually, no, never mind. I wouldn't even push Cole in Gem Grab. I'd push him in Heist with, you know, other meta brawlers such as Brock or something like that. You know, you make things easier. You wouldn't run a stupid comp to make things harder. It doesn't make sense. I never really understood where people. Anyway. Off topic here. Yeah, I mean, nothing really to talk about here. I pretty much already said the main game plan. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to teaming, you know, early on, when I was actually, you know, in the beginning of matchmaking, we actually got sweaty servers with 8 people in a circle. Very fun, by the way. Rosa's super is very valuable in those circumstances because you can just hop into the poison, and if you have grass, you're only going to be taking 100 damage. Plus, if you get a healing mushroom, it's going to be super OP for you in those situations everyone's teaming. Rosa's super is definitely very important to get in those type of interactions. Also, if you're teaming, make sure you don't just hop into a bull's face where he can 3-shot you easy. You want to maintain distance, and that kind of stuff. When it comes to other brawlers, B, Spike, you just hide behind walls. Typical tank thing. Typical tank things. You hide behind walls, and you just wait for them as the poison slowly comes in and takes them out. I'll just hop into the next replay. Alright, yeah. So as I was saying before, when it comes to other brawlers like B, etc. Sometimes, you will get unlucky. You'll spawn next to a Spike, a B, and a Carl to boot, and you'll just get completely wrecked by them. But, you just try your best to dodge them, and, you end up having what happened to the Spike in the first round. Eventually, they're not going to be able to hit you because you're hiding behind a wall, and eventually the poison's going to come in, and then they're going to have to come in, and then you're able to take advantage. When it comes to tank matchups, you can outrange a Primo, but if Primo gets super, you're dead. BB, if you make your waist first swing, you can get good work against BB. Let's see what other tanks we have. Bull, I think you could range Bull. However, Bull with his second gadget can get the better of you. And pretty much every tank you can beat with your super, just because you can tank so much damage, except for maybe Primo, because Primo can just chain supers, or Shelly. Although you saw we were able to beat that Shelly in the first replay because we kept our range really well. But yeah, if Shelly gets really close, she can just chain supers. Daryl, I think Daryl does outrange you, so be careful of that. And Daryl can also roll on you, but again, if you have your super, I think that's pretty much it. Surges tend to be annoying. You can sometimes catch them off guard if they, especially since they're slow in the first stage, and if they overextend, you can sometimes catch them off guard. Leon. Now, Leon's interesting. Leon's last buff actually made it so that he can fully 3-shot a Rosa. So you actually need to be careful about Leon's now. However, if you have your super, Leon shouldn't be tough, and if you can keep your distance, Leon's not going to be able to 3-shot you because he's not going to do his max damage. Then, I think I pretty much covered every matchup that's important. That Carl is important to have your super when facing a Carl. Because Carl, when he gets his super, is just going to do so much damage. So very important if you're facing a Carl to have your super. Have some grass as well. This is important to, just place grass. We'll talk more about that, but anyway, so back to the grass thing. There's two ways that you can really use it. You could use it to, either make a bush bigger, or just to create your own bush in a place that has good walls and good vantage points, or where you can hide from people. Like, for example, I tend to put a bush around this wall over here. So that way if someone's trying to annoy me, I can push a bush and they won't be able to know if I'm in range or behind the wall, until they'll just keep shooting blindly. And that's kind of a good way to get people off their tail that way. And another thing I do with bushes is I plant them when I need a healing, either in 1v1 or I'm going in the poison to get that 200 healing per second. Definitely can help in 1v1s. Well, I can't say for sure. I've definitely had matches that were close, and I can't say definitively that the bushes were the reason I won, but they definitely helped giving me that extra HP to win those 1v1s with other close range brawlers. We're just chilling. We got 5 power cubes, so we're sitting nice and good, and pretty much it. I don't think there's really anything else to say. This is Rosa. What else do you want me to say? Alright, so now we got the teaming tanks. This is typically what you see. Like I said, this lobby isn't necessarily the best. This is the last match. And so this is the match where we actually had some sweats over here. That BB was actually well above 1k, and then that Brock was almost at 900. So, so you kind of get a taste of what high level would be like. Although high level is a lot more tanks and there's a lot more teaming. Like I said earlier, we got an 8-man circle, and listen, I don't care if you like teaming or not. You gotta admit, having an 8-man circle is fun, and even if you lose, it's still fun. Like, you know, I don't think I even won that game. I think I got 6th, but it was still fun. Yeah, it's always fun to it's always funny to see what happens. Terra completely throws the game for herself by completely whiffing a super there. Yep. Bo gets taken out, and now I'm in the corner. And yeah, I'm just trying to avoid everyone. BB hits me, so I start to attack the BB. Like, no, not a big fan of that. So I start shooting the BB because, like, bruh, why? And I got this shield, and you can see just how good that shield is, bruh. Staying alive, popping the grass, and getting that dub. +8. You can kind of see us getting it there. But yeah, that's going to do it for the replays, guys. We'll just go over the battle log real quick, and we'll get out of here.
Time to take care of the weeds.
Alright, and here's the battle log, and as you can see, it was not lying about the BB or the Brock. So there you go. And like I said, this was late as night, and I was pushing a lot from 750. So here's the win rate. I did make some stupid mistakes, so I was kind of tired. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty easy push. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And peace.